Welcome to Futurelabs CRM. Here is a quick illustration of how the system works at a glance. This is the dashboard. It's designed so you can drag and drop everything, so you can design the dashboard just the way you're comfortable working. You also have multiple dashboards. You can push it to any group. That could be in EMA that you have England, you have Denmark, and you push the design so it matches exactly how they need it. Very simple. Add all the portlets you want. You can edit or you can create new dashboards. My deals is obviously the deals that are coming up, and these columns that you see here, name, stage, amount, and close date, those can be modified from the designer, and that means from inside the designer you can actually choose from the available modules or add new modules and showcase them inside the portlet, so you're in full charge of the design. It's also easy to remove a portlet. You simply click here. What's going on is an internal Facebook, such as you know from Jammer or Chatter. This is the one from Futurelabs, and it allows the company to be more social. Also, Futurelabs has a feature. If you wish to have help, you can always ask the support here. Now, since this is a demo, we're not gonna answer the demo case because the email will go back to us. But this is where you can ask questions and get help live from Futurelabs. Moving on to what it's all about is actually sales. Look at the deal module. Well, we have a standard view like any other CRM. Boring. You can apply filters, have it just the way you want it. Again, pretty normal. But what makes Futurelabs unique is quite simple. You can click here, this button up here. Hold on a second, and you get intuitive Kanban map. With this map, you can drag and drop every module, which allows you to be more efficient. You can open the deal and read more about it. Alternatively, you can also change the names of all these modules up here, all the stages, and you can say I don't want to see these three parts. Then remove them. Of course, offer will be removed there. What happens now, let's say offer contract sent, that could mean that we actually sending an email off to the billing department. So when the contract comes back, they will automatically have prepared a bill and send it. So what happens is when I drag from here to here, an email is automatically being sent from Futurelabs to the billing department, and the billing department can respond. When they get it received and signed, that will mean that it was billed, and the production team get an email putting the order into production. And then finally when it's done, everything goes back in one. That could be one way to stage everything inside a CRM, a best practice scenario. Also under each deal, all the fields here can be modified. Mobile 2 was an example we made in a demo the other day in test here. Just to illustrate how fast it is to add a symbol, column, or a field, or a drop-down box, a dependent drop-down box. If you drop down and pick one thing, then it's related on something else. Very simple. Down here notes, you have all your notes, what's going on. You can upload notes, add information. You can add the contact persons that matters on a deal. You can open tasks, look at projects, and obviously book calendars. You can also click on the padlock as any other module in Futurelabs, and you can push the layout to any sales group you want. There'll be sales agent, need this design, and we push it. So next time they log on, will be following this. If I change it around, I will have to push it again. So that's how that part works. If we go over to leads, that is for the hunter mentality. Well, the leads are quite simple as they should be. This is actually a bad example. He doesn't have an email address, which makes it easier to showcase. So John Hauger, he happens to have an email, which also allows us to email him straight from the CRM by clicking here. And that allows us to use all the templates that we might have designed first. So I could say, welcome to company XYZ, and he get a fancy email. It could have had all his information, again, his company name, if you set that up in the system. And then you press send, and you see here the email has been sent, and you see the information. What happens now? We get some point in gamification. If you use mail magnet, all emails from and to John from anybody from your organization will be captured down here. That could be you put up an email address called bcc@crm.com, and all the emails that is sent to info@info.dk from somebody with a user in Futurelabs from your specific organization, that email will come here. If you do send the email and for some reason it does not show up under a person, or the person is not created, you can go in and click data cleanup. Now this is an empty example, but all the emails will be here, and by one click, such as we do the conversion of a lead, you can convert an email into a contact or a lead. Same thing we do with leads to send them in as an organization. That would be an account for Jack Company. So now Jack Company will be created, and the contact person will be John Haugaard. So you see here he works for Jack Company, and we click on Jack Company, and you see the contact person is here. Futurelabs has account affiliations. That could be you create sister companies or affiliates of another company. That could be partner customers, whatever you want to design. Deals is obviously where we have something in the pipeline, which products did we sell in the past. And the best example to showcase this is to go to Fiskars. Here we see we have sold for 400,000 this month, but 13 million in total. And these are the deals. I could have been smart adding a date for each deal here. That would be a better practice scenario, which in fact we could do if we wanted to, and it takes 2 seconds to modify. Here we add Sugar Factory to both the customer and the partner. Again, do we have conversations? What open tasks do we have? We can click and open the task. We can ask my colleague Chris, you have to complete this task, and he will have to do it before the 19th of February, which is in 7 days from when this video was made. If I click X here, the workflows behind will now send an email to Chris asking him to start the task. If you have on project or task a notification that you get notified the day before, 3 days before, he will then be added to that workflow automatically, getting an email that the task is due 3 days from now and then 1 day from now. So again, very simple. If you go into marketing, the CRM becomes a full-scale marketing module. As you see here, 1 email was sent with open rate of 14%, 7 was sent, 1 open. This is the subscriber base, how it went up and down, and we can then go and see the amount of lists we have. In this example, we only have 1 called potential clients, and here we get some information. Correct me if I'm wrong, I do not remember which one of these campaigns it was to be sent. This one we didn't send, so it must be the other test campaign. Here we go. So who opened this email was Jack Hunter. He opened it 4th of February, 4:23, and this is his IP address. And let's see here, who did not open the email? Well, that will show here. It will just be sent. See, Jack Hunter is the only one having an open sign. If you're having a conference tomorrow, you look up the IP address if they did open it. Now that it's only Jack that did it, you could figure out if that IP address was in Brazil and the conference is in Copenhagen, and this person is supposed to be in Denmark. It might not be worth calling him, reminding him to show up at the conference tomorrow, but because it's late afternoon and you know there's no way he's going to be in Copenhagen tomorrow. So it's always about being informed and being smarter. Now we're going back to the list here. Here is a set of information. First of all, you can run a report. So when you subscribe somebody to the list, you do that from report, which is faster, because in a report you could say every customer that I haven't spoken to for 3 months, that is in the industry automotive, and have revenues of 10 million euro to 50 million euro. Those are the only one from leads or current customers who wish to send this email or workflow we're adding them to. Then you create a report, it's drag and drop, we'll show you in 2 seconds. And you type the report name, it will import everybody in. If they're already there, they'll be automatically skipped, so you don't have to be afraid of adding somebody twice. Now you can add an autoresponder. This autoresponder comes 2 minutes after, so now you're starting automatic marketing. It's also known as a drip marketing campaign. So that could be after 2 minutes they get an email, after 10 minutes or 10 days, 20 days, you creating a purchase behavior or a need to purchase your products at the customer. This is a very powerful tool of Futurelabs. You also send straight campaigns to the group on the list and obviously have the full overview. Marketing also comes with unlimited list, of course, and you can create all the templates that you wish. Templates again are drag and drop in the spirit of Futurelabs, so it cannot be easier, and the campaigns you can run from here. So that is very straightforward. If you go into projects it's actually something very unique in Futurelabs. Most CRMs are lacking in project management, if they have it even. And we have focused on helping the financial industry, accountants, deal makers, creating a CRM that is not just a CRM, but something that is making a difference for them. So if you look at the revision of Mask here, we got a quick overview, how many projects were done, how many were pending. So now we're going to get an overview. Audit is done and review of Navision is done. Here we have to collect some information about our offer, and this is a test. Let's anticipate that this was scenario that we have to try to change them around. Test is much more important now. We just change them around. We're going to test them now. We're going to notify Chris again, just as we did for accounts. That this is important you do it now, Chris. And this is due in 2 days. Very simple, very fast. You can add all the checklist, all the information you want. It will come in your progress with green. See how far you got. Again, very simple, intuitive. You always search of everything in the system. It's fast, right away it comes. There's Jack Hunter researched. Funny enough, I have the same username. We also have what we are very happy about in Futurelabs, and it's a very unique proposition for the customers. We have gamification. Gamification allows you to get points for everything that you do, and here you get points for general sales, new business, account management, time management, communication. This is 6 factors that allows a salesperson or a customer retention specialist to improve their performance, because they are realizing in this case, Jack, he's not very good at communication, time management, and sales. He's really bad at that. So he has to devote more time, become better in those areas if you want to improve himself. And that is also another part. Beyond, you have leaderboards where you're seeing how I'm doing against my competition. And my boss, he can put up coins saying the first to get 50 points this week can win an iPad or a day off work, a trip to Iceland to go freezing and fishing. But everybody have their different rewards in different companies. And who would there have to fly from Norway? So that's another point here. Then you click redeem and you redeem your points. That's gamification. Another thing that is unique about Futurelabs is I'm sitting at the administrator and Chris is calling me. He says I can't figure it out. Then by one click I log on as Chris, and now I'm able to see how this CRM is looking for Chris. And in this case, this is how the dashboard is. He wanted me to move them around, so now we assisted him, and I can log off as Chris again. So that's an easy way to actually assist employees doing their work. Another important thing about Futurelabs is of course what matters for most managers is the reports. Reports are where all these beautiful graphs are made, by the way. And right now we're adding spider charts, graph charts, charts that stockbrokers are using when they're analyzing if the Swiss franc will jump again, as it did some weeks ago with the unfortunate that they kept the ties to euro. So, for example, I got to build a report called Deal Flow Overview. And Deal Flow Overview is very simple. It's a beautiful report that gives me a quick overview of the deals that we have in the pipeline. So this chart is actually used in the dashboard. We can call all the charts the dashboard. And here I get a quick drill down and drop down view of what deal do we have, which account, who owns it. And I get a full overview of what is my pipeline looking like. So now you see a reporting, you might think it could be difficult to create this report, but in fact, it's simple. And I'm gonna go over it, just edit it and show how it was made. First you pick the module, we pick from deals and you click next. Then we're filtering it on which stages. We could also filter it on amount and I simply just drag and drop it. Can be easier than that. Now throw it out again. Then we continue down to groupings. If you want to group it by modified time and date. And then we just click next, 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 drag and drop, double click. You want to move the importance, you just simply do it like this. And that's how you create a report. Very simple. And workflows in the same spirit. You can automate messages, templates, send out to customers, build a workflow in 2 seconds saying every lead that's added to Futurelabs have to be contacted after 7 days again. If no emails, no communication have been captured, the system will automatically send an email to the owner of the product or the lead or the deal. And of course you can set up unlimited groups, users, everything in Futurelabs and map them. So this was a very short, quick, brief view of Futurelabs, and we welcome you on board again as our partner. We're excited to work with you and change CRM for the better for the world and really make amazing products together. Thank you.